Mark, your new book, A Screenwriter's Journey to Success.
Yes.
I understand from what you told me off camera, it took you 5 years to actually write it?
It did. I didn't sit down to write a book initially. I was blogging, and I wanted to get my past 20 years of professional experience somehow out of my, mind and heart, and try to be able to share it with people. And so after 5 or 6 years of blogging, I realized that I had enough information to, create something. And so I started the process of stripping down the articles and refabricating them into chapters. And then I thought, well, I'm going to chart my journey from how I started in the business as a filmmaker at 11 years old. What was that spark, that creative spark, and chart it all the way until today. And not so much as a memoir, but also using examples and funny anecdotal stories, but disciplines that I've used that have helped me, stay in the game, that hopefully other writers will be able to see and go, oh yeah, I'm not doing that, or I need to do that.
Well, you referenced a friend's grandfather gave him a camera when you were both around 11, and that
Yes.
sparked your love for making movies together. Have you ever thought about what if that hadn't happened?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would have been I would have gone into some creative endeavor. I wanted to be a cartoonist originally because I love to draw, and I still do. And in the book, there's when I was writing the book, I drink a lot of coffee, and so it would leave a coffee ring, on the notes. And so I would do little doodles, and I've turned those into coffee ring mugs and T-shirts and things like that. But they're also in the book after every chapter. And so I wanted to be a cartoonist or an animator or something creative. But yeah, filmmaking. I don't know if maybe my parents eventually bought me my own camera, but I don't know. It's interesting. I think about it, that there's these times in your life that you only can look back on now. But I don't know. It'd be interesting. I would do something creative, absolutely. I was not going to be a doctor, or not that I was not going to have a day job.
Right.
I was going to do something creative, so I knew that because my parents were always very supportive of my brother and myself in the creative arts. And my brother is a graphic designer, and he's always had the ability and talent for art. And so my parents, my dad wanted to be a singer, and he came out to Los Angeles from Michigan in the early 60s, and he would sing in the piano bars, and he recorded little 45 records, and he wanted to be a singer, and that was his creative thing. But I always saw him doing poetry and drawing and things like that. And my mom was artistically inclined with jewelry making, and so I came from creative parents, but they came from an era where their parents didn't support them. You were going to get a job in business, or you were going to go in a factory. It was just very clear cut. And so I think they wanted to break that mold, and really supported my brother and I for that. And that's so vitally important. And I, in the book, dedicate the book to my parents, because without them, there would be no support system. That's vital, I think.
That's beautiful.